And if that doesn't sound horrible enough to you already, then allow us to point out that it's also known as maggot cheese.
Huh?
Nice.
Oh, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new reaction, and today we're watching foreign foods that are banned in the US. I am absolutely terrified to find out what's in these foods to get it banned here in America. Bobo, go lay down. Yeah, Bo is inside. He's been inside for about 2 weeks now. Listen to him. But y'all know, the FDA or whoever it is that controls what we eat over here, they don't care. Dude, the stuff that's in some of our foods, if I really, knew exactly what I was eating, I would probably starve. Like, I've been seeing videos going around on TikTok of people getting, avocados. Bo! I'm gonna have to let him in. Hang on. Come on, then. Why are you running away now? Bo, come on. Bo. Alright. But I've been seeing these videos on TikTok of people getting, avocados and watermelon and stuff. And, it's almost, fake. It's rubbery. They can, twist it. It's crazy. So I'm interested to see what's so bad about these foods that we can't get them here. Because, you can pretty much get anything else. You know, we eat anything. So, try to get into your new YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. Drop a like for more reactions like this. And I guess you're just going to hear Bo in the background this entire video. Sorry.
To state the obvious, Americans love food. And in the US, you can buy anything imaginable at restaurants, farms, markets, and other stores.
Hang on. Did I just see Fruity Pebbles on something?
In the US, you can buy anything imaginable at restaurants.
Is that Fruity Pebble shrimp? Is that shrimp? Oh!
Farms, markets, and other stores. Well, almost anything. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has
Ooh, this is making me hungry.
banned many foods from being sold or eaten in the United States for various reasons. So, today, we're going to take a look at some foreign foods that are not allowed in the USA. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel. After that, please leave a comment and let us know what other funky food topics you would like to hear about. Now, let's take an illicit trip on the wild side of food.
I should not have watched this video before eating something, because my belly's gonna be growling this entire video. Haggis.
Scotland is known for a number of wonderful things, like Scotch whiskey, bagpipes, and Sean Connery. But it's also known for eating haggis.
Haggis?
Pipes and Sean Connery. But it's also known for eating haggis.
It's that big? I thought haggis was just like a little ball. It's that big? Bro, that's the size of Bo. That is crazy. I did not know it came that big. It's got feathers in it.
What is haggis?
Haggis, for those who don't know, is a type of pudding composed of the liver, heart, and lungs of a sheep, mixed with beef and oatmeal, then seasoned with onions, cayenne peppers, and other spices. This mixture...
It's, to an American, calling that a pudding is the weirdest thing that he just said, you know? But, dude, that has so much in it. So it's liver, hang on.
Those who don't know, is a type of pudding composed of the liver, heart, and lungs of a
liver, heart, and lung. Whose idea was to combine those three? Whose idea was to eat those in the first place? But whose idea was it to combine them?
Sheep, mixed with beef and oatmeal, then seasoned with onions, cayenne peppers, and other spices. This mixture is then packed into a sheep's stomach and boiled.
Wait a minute. So we're taking liver, hearts, and lungs in a stomach. Bro, who created this? What?
How revolting.
This might not sound appetizing to everyone, but Scottish people are really into it.
I have to try it. You gotta at least try it, you know? When we go over there, we're definitely gonna have to try it. Can't try it here because we can't get it here, you know? But that is just the strangest combination. But it has to be good, because, why would it still be around all these years later? And why would it be so popular, you know? It has to be good.
In fact, haggis is the national dish of Scotland. And
See?
To get it there, it's usually accompanied by turnips and mashed potatoes. Americans who like haggis, however, are out of luck, because haggis is currently banned from being imported into the United States. The U.S. banned all foods that are made from animal lungs in 1971.
What? Just the lung? I thought it was the liver. I knew it was banned here, but I thought it was because of the liver, not the lung.
Since then, Scotland has made several efforts to influence the U.S. into lifting the ban on haggis and changing federal food safety regulations, but they've come up short each time.
So they'll put all these random chemicals and stuff in all these foods, but they draw the line at eating a lung? Come on now. Like,
too bad Sean Connery isn't around to ask them.
Beluga caviar? Listen. I will never, ever eat caviar. I don't care if I'm starving and it's the last thing on earth to eat. I'm not eating it. I will not do it. Beluga?
Sometimes the U.S. bans foods for health concerns about the dish itself. But there are other reasons John Q. Law might stop you from enjoying a particular meal. For example, to protect an endangered species.
That's a wild-looking fish. What the heck?
Such is the case with beluga caviar. Caviar is, of course, fish eggs. Beluga caviar comes from the beluga sturgeon, which is the largest of the sturgeons, weighing more than 2,000 pounds and measuring more than 15 feet long.
Like, I know that stuff's fancy and costs a lot of money, but there is just no way I'm eating that. There is no way I'm eating fish eggs.
It can take up to 25 years for the female beluga to mature and produce eggs. Beluga caviar varies in color from light to dark gray and is the largest grain caviar. Their pearls are the most delicate and have a mild, buttery flavor. In 2000...
Hold on now. What? They taste like butter? Hold on now. Hold on. I might try that. I like some butter. Nah, to be honest, it could taste like chocolate or something. I'm still not eating it. I just can't get over the fact that it looks like that and it's fish eggs, you know?
2005, however, the United States banned beluga caviar from further import due to overfishing. The U.S. was consuming about 60% of the world's beluga caviar,
Damn.
which is considered the Rolls-Royce of caviar due to costing $200 per ounce.
What? See, now you've definitely lost me, alright? I'm not eating anything that costs $200 per ounce.
In fact, beluga caviar was so desirable that the available stock declined by 90%. Overfishing of the beluga can mostly be traced back to poaching in the black market, but that's just academic now. The bottom line is, no beluga caviar for Americans anymore.
Mirabel Plum? Huh?
So as we've seen, the U.S. might ban a food for being unsafe, or because it derives from a species at risk. But there's yet another reason a food might be banned.
It might be too healthy? That'd be a good reason, I guess, for America.
Trading concerns. Take the Mirabel Plum, which is the small, oval-shaped and dark yellow fruit grown on the Mirabel plum tree. It's sweet and full of flavor, and is used in fruit preserves and dessert pies.
Ooh.
The fruit can mostly be found in France, where 70% of the world's Mirabel production occurs.
They look like oranges.
The production of the Mirabel plum has been supported since 1996 by a protected geographical indication to help guarantee its authenticity. The protected origin designation makes it illegal to import or commercially sell the plums in the U.S.
Huh.
That being said, regular folks can grow them on their own property, as long as you don't try to sell them.
Oh, so we could get some seeds and grow them, but we just can't sell them. Unpasteurized milk? What even is that? Is that a cow that like grew up on the street? They weren't allowed in the pasture or something?
Pasteurized milk, or raw milk, is milk that comes directly from an animal's udder and hasn't been heat treated or pasteurized to kill any bacteria. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense than, you know, a cow living on Main Street.
It's great, right?
Oh, indeed it does.
Well, it may not be. Raw milk carries a higher risk of being contaminated with harmful bacteria that causes foodborne illnesses than pasteurized milk does.
I'm pretty sure, because like we got a lot of cow farms around here, I'm pretty sure everybody that like has dairy cows and get their own milk, they still like do the process to kill the bacteria. Like you could just drink it straight from the teat, you know, if you wanted to, but it does have a lot of bacteria in it.
Children, in particular, are at a higher risk for these diseases because their immune systems have not yet fully developed.
Huh.
The FDA banned the interstate sale or distribution of raw milk in the U.S., but states are able to adopt their own laws for the sale of raw milk. Given the risk, you might think that states would want to stop people from drinking the stuff, but not so much. In fact, drinking and consuming unpasteurized milk is 100% legal in all 50 states. That being said, only 13 states allow the sale of raw milk in retail stores. Of the other
so maybe they don't. I always thought like when they go and get it around here from their cows, they always do some sort of process to like kill the bacteria in it. But maybe they don't. Maybe they just straight up sell it raw.
20 states prohibit the sale of raw milk, and 17 states allow the sale of raw milk on the farm in which it was produced. And at the very least, many of the states that allow the selling of raw milk require a warning label informing consumers about the risk of pathogens that can be found in the milk.
Yeah.
There is currently something of a movement in the United States to consume organic and locally grown foods. Some believe that raw milk is more nutritious and provides good bacteria for the body.
Well, a lot of people think you're not even supposed to drink milk, period. Like, you're not supposed to take in dairy products at all. Not me. Listen. I'm that dude that can go get a glass of milk and just drink it. Like, I love milk. Growing up, that's what we drank with dinner every night. I am all for a glass of milk. It's so good. Sassafras.
Sassafras oil is extracted from the dried root bark of the sassafras tree. The tree, in case you want to go looking for one, stands anywhere from 20 to 40 feet tall, with slender branches and orange and brown colored bark.
We actually have a few on our property right now, yeah.
The leaves are oval and can grow to 3 to 7 inches long, and the flowers are small and of a greenish or yellow color. Historically speaking, sassafras has played a big role in various cultures around the world. For example, many Native American tribes use it for various medicinal purposes, including to help with acne, urinary disorders, and fevers. It can also be found in Chinese medications to help treat rheumatism and trauma.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can like take the root and make tea out of it, and it's supposed to be like really good for you.
The plant,
I think, and you're supposed to do it at like just at like a certain amount. Like if you do too much, it could kill you. Like
as toothbrushes. And sassafras was also used as an early anesthetic and disinfectant. Not only that, but sassafras was found in many distinct foods in the U.S., and it was known as a key ingredient in many root beers and teas. Sounds pretty useful, right? Well, don't start celebrating just yet. The FDA prohibits all sassafras bark, oil, and saffrole as flavorings or food additives. Sassafras is no longer considered safe for human consumption. It was actually banned all the way back in 1979 after research linked it to cancer.
Wow. When we built our driveway, like they cut into a hill and there was a bunch of trees in the way. Almost half of the trees that they took out to build our driveway were sassafras trees. Like my girlfriend's dad, he went over there and got a bunch of the roots out that were still in the ground, and he drinks the tea. He actually likes it. So
also, when too much sassafras oil is consumed, poisoning could possibly occur. The ortolan is a small, colorful bird in the bunting family, a category that also includes American tree sparrows. Once upon a time, in a faraway land called France, the ortolan was a chief ingredient in a highly controversial meal. The recipe called for the bird to be cooked for 8 minutes and served with a head attached. The bird was then—
What? You just cooked the whole bird? Ugh!
And meant to be eaten whole, including the head and bones.
What? Nah, I'm glad that's banned. You're eating that whole little bird? Did you see how cute that bird was? Somebody one day seen that cute-ass bird and said, you know what? I'm gonna catch that bird, and I'm gonna cook it for 8 minutes and eat the whole thing. What?
Due to its rarity, the killing and selling of the ortolan was banned in France in the 1990s. But
Good.
That didn't stop poachers who continued to catch the small bunting and sell it to local restaurants. In fact, the law was so inconsequential that France's League for the Protection of Birds claimed that the ortolan population dropped 30% even after the ban was enacted.
Damn.
This forced the government to enact more stringent enforcement in 2007. But the killing of the rare bird is less controversial than the barbaric way in which it is killed.
For real, like, I still want to eat that little cute little bird, you know? But like, if they were actually like filleting it up and getting the meat out of it, that's one thing. But just cooking the whole bird and eating the whole thing, that's messed up. We're not doing that.
It starts with the birds being trapped during their migratory season and kept in covered cages. Since the ortolan eats more at night, covering the cages cruelly tricks them into gorging on grain, even to the point where their bodies double in size.
Wow.
This is a less gruesome variation on an alleged ancient practice in which the bird's eyes would be plucked out, fooling them into thinking it was night so that they would eat more.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh my goodness. Wow. They used to pluck his eyes out so that way he thought it was night, so he'd just keep on eating. That is terrible. Goodness. Wow.
Either way, once the ortolans are fattened up, they're thrown, still alive mind you, into a vat of Armagnac, which both drowns and marinates them. France now strictly enforces the ban on killing ortolans. In fact, the killing, cooking, or smuggling of the bird anywhere
Why are they putting towels over their heads so people don't see them eating an entire bird?
in the European Union or the United States is currently a crime.
Dude, like, that sounds bad, but who knows? Like, I know y'all have probably seen the videos and stuff of, like, the chicken factories and, like, what the chickens go through over here. So, like, I'm sure that's even worse. And God knows what else they do to any of the other food that we don't see, you know? But just the idea of catching a little bird like that and just cooking it and eating it whole, that sounds crazy. Kasum Marzu?
Kasum Marzu, translated into English, means rotten cheese. And if that doesn't sound horrible enough to you already, then allow us to point out that it's also known as maggot cheese.
Huh?
Nice.
Oh. No. No. No, this can't be a thing.
You're probably thinking something like, okay, it has a disgusting name, but it's just a name, right? Well, this Sardinian cheese is typically soaked in brine, smoked, and then left to ripen in a cheese cellar.
I might throw up.
So far, so good. But then, cheesemakers set it outside, uncovered, allowing cheesing flies to lay eggs inside it. The eggs hatch into maggots, which start feeding on the cheese.
Oh!
The maggots produce enzymes that promote fermentation and cause fats within the cheese to decompose.
Oh my
The
God.
cheese becomes super soft and leaves a burn on the tongue when eaten.
Leaves a burn on the tongue. You... What? No. No. This
Local
is bad.
Sardinians say the cheese is only good when the maggots are still moving.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we eating maggots? Bro. No. Oh my goodness. This is the nastiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
If the maggots are dead, then the cheese has gone bad and is too toxic for consumption. Kasum Marzu.
So only when the maggots die, that's when people are like, okay, I can't eat it. You know, there's maggots all up in it. It's rotten. It's got mold on it. That's some good cheese right there. But when the maggots die, nah, I can't eat it anymore. What are we doing?
Is not in compliance with European Union hygienic standards.
Thank goodness. Shark fins? What?
Movies like 1975's Jaws make it seem like humans have a lot to fear from sharks. But in reality, the reverse is far more true. In fact, finning, the act of cutting off a shark's fin, is one of the greatest threats that sharks face.
Wow.
It's so dangerous because after a shark is finned, it's thrown back in the sea where it may drown, bleed to death, or be eaten by other animals.
What? They catch it, cut its fin off, and then just throw it back? No, that's terrible.
Unfortunately, for those who want to protect the sharks, there is still a large market for shark fins to make shark fin soup, which is a popular and luxurious Asian dish. Shark fins are very popular in Asia and can be found in food stores, pharmacies, and fishing villages. The demand for shark fins has led to sharks being targeted solely for their fins. But don't expect to try that soup in the US anytime soon. The practice of finning is illegal in the United States.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Acne fruit?
Ackee appears to be a very delightful and delicious fruit, but appearances can be deceiving.
Oh!
If the ackee is improperly eaten, it can cause vomiting or even lead to a coma or death. To do it right, you need to know that the ackee's fruit's protective pod turns red and naturally opens, revealing the edible portion, which is the many yellow aril that surround the toxic black seeds. The ackee fruit is originally native to West Africa, but was brought to Jamaica in 1778.
Whenever I hear something like that, I always think of who figured it out. Like, who figured out, okay, you have to wait for it to open. Don't eat the seeds. Only the little yellow part's edible. How many people just ate the whole thing, ate the seeds, and died? People would be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't eat that part. Let's just try this part. Like,
in Jamaica, the harmful effects of ackee fruit are known as Jamaican vomiting sickness, and they're comfortable enough with it to have made it Jamaica's national fruit.
What the
fruit can be
heck?
tried in Jamaica paired with codfish, which is a popular dish.
Yeah.
In the U.S., however, the FDA banned all ackee, though they later allowed the sale of frozen or canned ackee. The import of fresh ackee is still banned.
Oh, so you can't get it fresh, but once we process it and put it in cans and stuff, now you can have it. Yeah.
The Kinder Surprise egg is a hollow chocolate egg that holds a plastic capsule that contains a toy. The toy is usually a simple collectible, like a tiny bike or miniature beach bucket and pail. They are widely popular and are sold across the world, except in the United States. Not that it's hurting them any. In fact, even without the help from U.S. markets, Kinder sells more than 3.5 billion surprise eggs each year.
Dang!
Kinder surprise eggs have always been illegal in the United States. The 1938 regulation made it illegal to sell any candy that contains a non-nutritive object. Several efforts have been made to import the chocolate egg into the U.S., but the federal...
So basically, they're like, yeah, no, we're a little too dumb over here. We're just gonna eat the whole thing. So like, don't put anything in it. All right, we're not gonna know to crack it open, get the toy out first, and then eat the chocolate. So yeah, no, don't bring that over here.
The federal government has continued its ban and recalled the item each time. Luckily for U.S. consumers, Kinder also makes the Joy Egg, which is a more recent version that separates the toy from the chocolate in 2 sealed halves. The Joy Egg meets FDA regulations and is compliant with the Consumer Product Safety Commission. It's not exactly the same as the Kinder Surprise, but it's close enough so the fans across the U.S. can get their fix.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What banned food sounds good to you?
Dude, some of those I'm really happy are not allowed over here because, like, the bird hole is crazy. Cutting the fins off of sharks, what are we doing? The one thing I think I would actually try is haggis. Just because, like, bro, there's so much stuff in there, and it's so popular, and it's literally the national food of Scotland. Like, it has to be good. Like, we have to try that one day. Alright, guys, that is going to do it for foreign foods that are banned here in America. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. If you want to see more reactions like this, let me know by hitting that like button. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you got today. Spread love, spread kindness. Do something nice on my day. I love you guys so much. I really do. JTReacts, I'm out. Peace.